if you're here and you're saying, well, I want to be a servant and I want to have the relationship with my spouse sexually that I know that I want to have and God wants me to have, here are some tips for men and women. For men, number one, be sensitive to every problem and stress your wife is experiencing. You have to pastor your wife to have good sex because your wife is inclusive. Men are compartmental when it comes to sex. And that is, we can have the worst day in our lives, but we can still enjoy good sex. And everything's disconnected. The condition of my car, the condition of my employment, everything else, sex is just its own compartment, and we can just compartmentalize that. Women are very inclusive. Everything is connected to her sexuality. The kids' grades, the oven doesn't work. You know, the car's broken down, the tree in the backyard's dying, and her mother broke her foot. Everything to her is connected. And if you don't care about all those things, she's not going to be able to open up to you sexually. Literally, you have to pastor her all day long for her to get to that place sexually where she can open up to you. So you have to say, okay, we're treating the tree in the backyard. Your mother will heal up. I'm going to fix the oven tomorrow. You know, you've got to, I care about these things and I'm a part of your life. And so you have to care about that. Number two, be sensitive to her different nature. And men need to understand that women need open and honest communication and non-sexual affection. Women are different than we are sexually. Many things that are sexual keys to women are non-sexual, like communication and non-sexual touching and affection. Number three, be romantic in her language. And that means being romantic to your wife just literally means talking to her, paying attention to her, cards and letters and things like that, special things, flowers. What it says to your wife is, you're on my heart. I'm thinking about you. And so she doesn't need what you need in romance. She needs to be cared for and valued and talked to and held, and that's what's important to her. Be pure in your thoughts and actions. And this is number 5. Be pure in your thoughts. Sin never enhances sex. Don't ever try to bring sin into your relationship because sin kills everything that it touches. So purity works. Number 6, be prayerful about problems and unmet needs and desires. God knows everything that you're going through and He cares. A lot of times we exclude God from our sexuality because we just don't think about it. But you know, God's there when you're having sex. That kind of may gross you out, but you need to get used to that. And He wants you to enjoy sex, but understand this, He can solve your sexual problems. He can solve your spouse's sexual problems. And so when you include Him in your sexual relationship and you pray about issues related to sex, it has a tremendous amount of blessing physically and spiritually. And number 7, communicate your desires to your wife. Tell her, honey, this is what I need. This is what I desire. Again, it needs to be something that's not sinful, but it needs to be an open subject that you talk about and that you're not ashamed talking about. These are my keys for women. For women, communicate to your husband that you accept his different sexual nature as valid and God-given. Most men are more sexual than their wives, and especially younger men. Women, many times they get an attitude like there's something wrong with you. You've got demons. You're a pervert. You shouldn't want this much sex. And my job is to kill the monster. I don't want to keep feeding it. It'll just get worse. And so what happens is he begins to feel rejected. But understand this, you can't change an unchangeable. And his sexual needs are unchangeable. The power of his sexual needs, it's an unchangeable reality of life. And here's what you need to say to your husband. I accept your sexuality. I accept your sexuality. I know that God has given me the gift of sex and you the need for sex, and I will not use that to browbeat you, to make you feel bad, to punish you for any other reason. I accept it and I will serve you in that area. Number 2, be creative and energetic in meeting his sexual needs and desires. Very important. Be creative, energetic. Number 3, be sensitive to his different sexual nature. And he does have a different sexual nature, and he can turn on instantly. Men are more visual than women are related to sex. A lot of women, are not as visual, especially related to themselves, because most women have, don't like their own bodies. 90% of fashion models have low self-esteem because they compare themselves or whatever, but men have a visual need as it relates to seeing their wives. I said one time in a marriage seminar in Maryland, I didn't know that there was a stand-up comic in the audience, but there was, and I said, ladies, there's a place for flannel nightgowns, and he yelled out, the fireplace. And that's kind of our belief on that subject. Be organized. And being organized means organized sex. You say, I'm tired, I'm stressed out. We'll say, honey, Tuesday night is going to be your big night. And so, okay. And for that to happen, I need you to come home. I need you to fold the clothes. I need you to feed the kids and take care of them. I'm going to go and rest. And so it's going to be our big night, but we're going to organize it because sometimes you have to do that in order for, and it can be great. That can be some of the greatest sex in marriage is when you're organized and you get your husband to help you in that area, which men need to do. Number 6, be sexual. And here's why I'm saying this. Now, let me tell you about my little pep talk to men and women. This is my little pep talk. I get men in counseling all the time. Women need open and honest communication. They need their husbands to talk, not just about headlines. They want to hear about emotions. They want to hear about everything that's going on in men's lives. And many men don't want to do it. And men say, well, I just don't need to talk like that. I just never like to talk. Well, she wants to talk. She wants to know everything in my life, and I just don't like to talk like that. And here's what I say to men. Who cares what you want? I don't care. It just doesn't matter to me. The only thing that matters is your wife needs it. And because she needs it, you need to do it. And you did it when you were dating. And if you did it while you were dating, you can do it now. And so you go home and you open up and you talk to her and you be emotional. Even if you have to poke yourself with a nail, you be emotional. Don't sit here whining to me because you don't feel like talking. When you were dating, you stayed up to 2 a.m, breathing on the phone, listening to each other. Give me that baloney, okay? I'm successful as a marriage counselor because of my sparkling personality. And so you're a wife and you say, well, I just don't feel sexual. Okay, well, fine, who cares? Okay, a lot of times you won't. He needs it though. You make a decision, just like I said to him, my little pep talk to him. Who cares? Who cares if you feel like talking? She needs you to talk, you go home and talk. And I'm saying, be sexual. It's a decision that you can make. Dress sexually for your husband. Act sexual. Just make a decision. Because this is a need for him, I'm not going to let my hormones or my emotions dictate my behavior. His needs are going to dictate my behavior. I am a servant, and I'm going to serve them. And what's important is not me, it's them. These programs that we bring to you, we really do hope are an encouragement and help to you. We're only able to do this because of our partners, our rock-solid partners. We have thousands of couples and people across America that help us every single month, and that's what our rock-solid partners do. They stand with us every single month and really give us the financial foundation of coming to you right now, as well as going across America and around the world to help millions of people succeed and thrive in the area of their marriages. And so I want you to become, Karen and I want you to become a rock-solid partner. And for that, you get a special resource that we produce every month only for our rock-solid partners, and it's called our Dream Marriage Library. And you get it every month. There are several different financial levels that you can support us with every month, and you can get the resource physically, but you can also get it just electronically on your computer, your iPad, your iPhone, every month along with notes, so you can watch and listen to the teachings. This is the best of my seminar teachings. Karen and I produce special resources for our partners, as well as my teachings and sermons that you can sit down and have a date night, have a time of just studying and growing in your marriage, continuing education. You don't have to go buy it or find it. It comes to you every month in response to you becoming a rock-solid partner. Please stand with us financially, and we want to get you this special resource. Here's how you can do it.
Take a stand for your marriage and become a rock-solid partner today. Join at the $14 level and you'll receive online access to the Dream Marriage Library with a new message each month. At the $28 level, you'll also receive each month's lesson on CD and DVD. And join at the $56 per month level and we'll add exclusive partner perks, including invitation-only access to live phone seminars and exclusive Marriage Today events. Become a rock-solid partner today. Thank you for joining us. Partner with Marriage Today and receive the series, Our Secret Paradise. Marriage Today's latest book, Happy, Happy Love, will supercharge your marriage with practical tips, wisdom, and inspiration for every stage of marriage. Visit happylovebook.com.